Alright. I will not be sidetracked. I will craft. It's gonna bother me until I set this up the way I should. Okay. We are here to work on blacksmithing, armor smithing, goldsmithing, and culinary. I think we're gonna get 60, and then 60, then 60, then 60, and then 70, 70, 70, 70. And then once these are all 70, then we can worry about the rest. I hope. I hope I can worry about the rest. Let's pop this. Let's grab our buffs for our friends. Execute, yeah. Execute, yeah. Alright. We could do the gathering or crafting control ones, but at a larger, on a larger string of things. We'll be fine with this. Okay. Got our chat nice and popped out so I can actually see it. Okay. Alright, let's get this stuff underway. Let's send our text out real fast while this macro does its thing. Do. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good wintry December day. I can't. All right, well, that's enough attempts on that. Do. So depending on a few details, it may be a it adjusted, but streaming less at like 8 a.m. or 12:30, depending if my new job starts me at 5 o'clock or not. We'll find out. 79k, perfect. We'll take whatever one is the highest. We want all of the XP. Kitty Cat Bronx has a cat appointment on Friday. So commence sidetrack. No, please don't. I got hella sidetracked last time. I really don't need to be sidetracked again, Spark. I really don't. I have that issue too much as it is. Well, how you doing, Spark? You having a good one? You got your chaos under control, or is it still just chaos? Do. At least with gathering, I'm just gonna just run around and just get stuff to sell. Seems like it'll move just enough. Chaos stays till probably January, which will not even be that long. Yeah. I know you haven't been on for a while, and so I was like, oh, Spark's doing right, and then you just popped right into stream, and you're like, yeah, I'm good, it's just chaos. I'm like, ah, valid. It does have a way of just appearing. I know, I thought my life would be more chaotic with a baby, but at least for this, like, 2 weeks, it hasn't really been crazy. Just like eat and sleep. Like, you know, it was a simpler time when we could all just eat and sleep. Being an adult was an option that we didn't really have to think about. Me and the inventory squad be doing a lot of crap. Yeah. Between that and you got LOD, how's that stuff going? Like, I haven't gotten a notification that you guys are going live, so I was like, uh-oh. And when I start my new job on the 22nd, I get done at my current one on this Friday. So that'll be interesting. I definitely can't complain about the opportunity, that's for sure, because it's closer to home, more money, and away from the drama of my current employment. We've been a little bit busy as fuck, yeah. There was a clash this weekend, but a few of us can make it. Yeah. I was like, oh, you know, we had your stuff going on, so I was like, a little worried, but we're good. And charging my phone. I don't know about you, Spark, but if I went to work and didn't have my music to distract me while running around like a headless chicken, ugh. There was one day I forgot my my earbuds, and I went straight to Ben. I'm like, hey, you still got yours here, right? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I snag them? He's like, yeah, of course you can. So it's like, I need my music while I listen to like what seems like the same artists. It is varied occasionally. $127. Yes, please. I know I'm below the item level. It doesn't matter. I'm not item level 2 trying to do this, so it'll be fine. Do, 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 do. Also, Spark, the Jimmy Dean sandwich revolution is still very, very much alive. Come here, kitty cat. What you doing? And I hate your appointment, huh? You beat Elden Ring for the first time, hell yeah. Oh, the kitty cat, how's it going, little dude? You having a good time? Here's your chair. Kitty cat chair, so he's all happy. We'll definitely have to make the finish, or at least gathering the footage for the next video for tanking anxiety. There's gonna be a big old disclaimer. It's like, I am not a master tanker. I don't do the the savage stuff, but this is for very, very first time people, not even close to like savage content, like not even remotely. Yeah, I messed it up. Fine. It's not that big a deal. At 30,000, we'll go get the mount. And then we'll do a bunch of our spins, I guess, because there's nothing really else I want to do these with. Are you gonna do any Elden Ring Night Rain, or are you just gonna do? You just did Elden Ring for shits and giggles? Oh yeah. I've heard so many good things and some less than good things, but I don't usually let the less than good things influence anything. One game I missed that Ben and I played a lot was Lords of the Fallen, like the newer version. It's a hell of a game. I struggled against the bosses there mechanically, I think more than I did in Elden Ring. But I think it was also at like my high of playing Dark Souls and whatnot, so. Especially if you're rusty at Soulsborne. So I wouldn't say I'm like incredibly rusty, but yeah, it would definitely be a thing I play with friends more than solo. I don't have my glass of water. I must fix that. Just moved. She's on the recliner, and the baby, she moved a little bit, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's just flailing his arm, like, cut it out. Who's moving me? Dark mode. Have fun, Spark. Hi, Ben. How's work going? Chaos as usual, I assume. Yeah. About what I expected. This worked. It was funny, I was thinking about Friday. I was like, huh. It'd be nice and it's gonna be weird. I haven't gotten so much as a buy from anyone when it comes to any of it. Except one person. Yep, one last time. But as we established, you're under a much better set of circumstances than I am. You could just go, nope. Yeah, at most I would get 3. Even 3 is generous. From my department as a whole, I expected like 1. It's from the person I can literally just be like, hey, you want to come over for a barbecue? And he would just come over. Like, yeah, like theoretically, you can just go, nah. Yeah, that's today for me. I'm gonna do that last bit. I have it done for Friday, and then that's it. Till the end of January, when you say you're done. Yeah. Like you said, we keep improving the stuff. You never know. Oh yeah, it was a reset today. So it's book and veneration. I almost screwed that royally. Yeah, no. Taking the 15 hours of OT is fair. Well, that's what I mean, is like you're at the stage you could just be like, and done. Because you already have your means. So anything beyond is just a bonus. I, on the other hand, am not so lucky. That is my means. Not for much longer. Exactly, we pay it all down and go from there. It was funny because I was talking to Jess about it and everything, and I was just like, you know, arguably, if Anna wasn't gone, I would have stayed. Unless this one was a lot more money, but like realistically, at the current trajectory of how things are going, that ship was always sinking, but now it's getting to be a little too much sink. Yeah. I have to go in a little early and get the stuff from them. Go by, I'll have to talk to them and be like, hey, so... Now you can finish the craft. Ain't out here trying to do that badly. $56. Do they have her direct phone number? Because if they do, text that to me and I can just call her and be like, hey, listen, I need these. I need these, just in general. I gotta send those today as well. My new boss texted me asking me if I needed anything, and I was like, nope, I'm good. They're like, okay. Like, there's a lot of emails though, and they're like, oh, that's an understatement. It's not a lot, it's a lot. I really hope the good security guard was there on Friday. Tell him like, hey, just for shits and giggles, walk me out to my car. I'm like, oh my god, Jack's gonna walk out. But he will not be there. At least at when I leave. It feels monotonous to do it this way, but you cannot deny how effective it is at upping your crafting. Like, yeah, I could go, I don't know, play the game and gather a bunch of shit, but like, I could do that, and I could also just, you know, hammer through, click a macro, and talk with you guys for a while. Do 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 do. I was talking to people at work yesterday, and they were like, "Call out for the storm. What's the worst they're gonna do? You're done 2 days later." It's like waxing a floor in winter. Like, I won't be able to do anything because if I step outside, I'm gonna track that salt into my damn floor. And the floor I plan on doing, as you well know, Ben, is not one that needs the assistance of salt. It gets plenty. It does not need the help. Exactly. No. That break room does not need help. It'll be wrecked by the end of the, I know, I do it on friggin' Wednesday. It'll be dead by Friday. It'll just be completely trashed. Oh, maybe even Thursday, if we're really being honest with ourselves. It very well could just be dead by Thursday. Hell, even Wednesday, like Wednesday night. So I question if I'm even doing it or not. Because of the person who's doing the basic portion. I very well might not even be doing that. Yeah, it helps Mark, and that is the sole reason that I am doing it, is because it's a last thank you to Mark. So that is the whole reason that I'm even considering doing that godforsaken floor. A snowy day, he's basic, so I don't plan on seeing him here. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll take the MOB and everything else, but if he shows, that's great, because he's going to be doing my job a lot, so he better start. So there's that. Had to remind myself, don't get sidetracked. I see the title over there in the corner of my right monitor. And I just see it and it's like, don't get distracted. This is a chill and craft kind of stream. Friday I do have an appointment, but it's for Bronx, so it'll take me longer to get there than the appointment itself. Thursday, Thursday I gotta go all the way for a while, so I don't think there'll be a stream on Thursday. But I'll probably make it up this weekend, that's for sure. And for the whole week that I'm not working, I'll probably end up also just streaming for most of it. Because I have fun, so that's enough for me. Like like Jess always says, you might as well stream it if you're sitting there playing it. So we're at 57. We got two of our people in Dawn Trail. We got still to choose between these two. We got our White Mage at 58. And I have no idea what we're gonna do about range. Magical range. On my other one, it was Black Mage and Red Mage that I played. So Summoner is like the de facto choice of who I should pick. It's the one I have the least experience with. And picked out, no. Ben and Randall can have the Pictos. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna remember to actually friggin' put on that piece of gear when I report the quest. I am. Now we good. What do you think, guys? Should we do the cosmic exploration for the whole thing, or actually try to go gather stuff and do crafting like the crafting way, as it were? This is just a much faster way. Aw, Bronx is sleeping in his chair. Good old streamer, kitty. Just chilling. See, now if they have the red alert and it's either of the three classes that I'm working on currently, I probably will just zip over to that because that's some easy XP and it's fast. I'm hoping this macro that I'm using works really well. Because we got what? Culinarian and then the three mining related ones. $63, we get to upgrade to our 63 gear, and then we got our 71 gear ready. Should be double checking this. Ooh, the spinal earrings. I hate cabbage rolls in real life. It's mostly just the cabbage. Got 2 hours and 18 minutes for that bit. You know what? I am curious. Teleport. I'm in the 50s, so it's still foundation. This isn't part of getting distracted. Just saying. Just putting that out there. This is switching up to do something that might be maybe more interesting. Do. Titanium ingots. I have 2 of them. So you know what I'm gonna do? Well, they're not high quality. Oh, it's because I hit 58. I was like, where did the quest go? No! Come back! Baby changing, so we'll go mute real quick. Unless you guys want to be soothed by the sounds of a screaming 2-week-old baby. Oh, my mining's nowhere near high enough. That's right. He is not appeased. It wasn't too bad, but he's traumatized. He's like, ah, cold wipes. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Ooh. That sound of not hitting the node. Just do it. Green was gathering. Yeah. These cordials on my bah. Perfect. Okay. Now we gotta go to Gridania. Thanalan, I don't know why I clicked that. I had to double check that I actually was not muted, because that would just be really awkward if I wasn't muted. Or was muted, rather. I'm out here talking to you guys and nobody can hear me because it's not pressed. Doodaloo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Grenade Dash, if I'm remembering, used to be one of those things that sold rather well. I don't think the diadem would be the way to go. The rope was not doing well. I'll check something at the market real fast. It'd be quicker if I just didn't go the wrong way, but that's irrelevant. Of land from 40 to 40 minutes? 43 and the mithril sledgehammer of that. That will help me so much considering I had like level 2. Ah. So when you compare the former mining pick of level 11, 77, so 30, yeah, that should equal a good percentage. All right. Gathering log, that's crafting. Gathering log. And blue fog. Sounds like a plan. Which in most circles I would never say that I had a plan, because anyone who knows me knows that when I say the word, at least as a floor tech, my it doesn't go right when you say that word. The thunk. The thunk indeed. Do. Grenade Dash is one of those things that does sell, so. Oh yeah, that's moving with purpose. Less of a how many I need and more just how much XP I need. God, my gear is actually trash. Like, it's so fucking bad. Oh my god. The fact I even have that much of a gathering stat is just astounding. Was waiting for that switch up because I know there was a point. Jesus. So that should put me up there a little higher. Hey, 100%. Now we're gonna move. Grenade ash is useful, so maybe I will just like farm a good stack and then just sell it. Actually start making money, because as you see, I've hemorrhaged my money away. Where does... oh, it's technically 50. Okay. $5 grenade ash. Some tangible things to actually sell instead of just using the stuff that doesn't give you anything, but it gives you so much more XP. Because once we can get the adamantite and actually like craft the leve quest, like it's gonna go quick. That's a good 55-ish grenade ash. So unless this stuff is like dirt bad for gathering. Aha, perfect. Ogre horn. So ogre horn. Wow. Ogre. That note didn't happen. Stuck on the tiniest little rock. There we go. So much more XP for things you haven't gathered. Yeah. One of the people I watch was talking about a change they could make to the crafting and gathering, and it'd be like your cordials or cordials, however you want to call them. The cooldown gets reduced every time you proc a high quality. Like, that's an interesting take on it. I don't spend a lot of time doing this, so I'm not entirely certain if there'd be any far-reaching problems, but yeah. Like right there would have dropped it by like, what? Maybe 3 seconds each? Like, it would have to be something pretty decent. $48 already. Okay, that makes up for it, I guess. Not ideal, but it made up for it, so it's fine. Oh god, hiccups, really? Welcome back, Ben. Well, it's halfway to 49. I gotta check to see if that grenade ash sells for anything, as well as this this ore. A few more deposits at 49. One. Two. Hey. Every, well, I want to say high quality proc, but that's not what it is anymore. Any two for procs, you know. Even at 13%, still some great XP, that's for sure. You know, I had a 64% chance, I think it was, when I was still in level 11 gear. So, you know what? Once I get up to where my botany is at 64, I'll have decent gear. Da-da-da-da-da. That stuff's all locked, so we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, I don't think so. It's nice to dream, but that's okay. A map? Don't mind if I do. Say, I know you're not going to let me gather 4. Though I would not be upset, I'm not going to be too shocked when you don't let me. Okay, so I don't have any others. Wow, that was another node that didn't happen. Oh. Hey now. I figure if we get to 99, we might have enough to get the new stuff. It's hard to say, especially at that rate. No, I remember bomb ash and grenade ash being like the two things that every time I was doing a quest, I feel like I needed. So, in theory, yes, a game theory, it should help me with. Oh. I just swaddled a little baby. Itched my arm, and all of a sudden it was I ripped off a scab, and I'm like, ow, the hell? Somebody else hitting a rock. I'm like, what? I just took off. Why does it sound like I hit a rock? Wahoo! He's kicking his little feet. He's like, ah. Little boy hungry again. You guys remember when it was a good time to just eat, sleep, and shit? Like all the time. It's an easier time in life. Alright, cool. I can go get it that way. Let's return to Ulda. Let's try to cut down on the lack of money I have and go sell this shit. Ooh. I think that's a helmet that's sold. Okay. Let's either be happy or disappointed together, shall we? You know, more than I expected for a per thing basis. So 200, let's go. One, actually, you know, just match it at 200. Cobalt ore. 249. Hell yeah. Let's match. Normally I would undercut, but honestly I don't think this is gonna be worth. Really? Someone bought that ship for how much? It's level 50. I'll just do it myself. One. Yeah. Basilisk egg. 194. Okay. What about titanium? Is that a wow? All right then. Feel less bad about my gear now. We're definitely gonna need it though. Actually, yeah, that should be the stuff. So I need to go to the other side. I can go to foundation, but that's level like 51, 53, and to fresh 50. So it might be. Those are the ones I already have. Okie doke. That's what? Pants, boots, accessories. Pants, boots. So that'll all be at the other one. Good, good, good. We can work with that. Oh, there. I was like, I bought pants. Where'd they go? Now we're gonna start going real good. Now we're not complete dog shit gear. It's still bad. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing to write home about, but I forget I can just walk and mount now. I don't have to do any of this nonsense. There's titanium ore hidden. Of course it is. Because give me that bonus. Freaking 3-star. Holy Jesus. Really? Anything that gets us closer to 51. Waste the GP. We'll either get some or we won't. Now, it's like stuff I haven't gathered before. We'll absolutely do that. You never know. Am I every time I gather something that is not a already gathered item, it's good XP, so rarefied mithrate sand. I really don't want to do the collectibles right now. Later. Definitely later. We'll have to go get some for this though. Really easy XP if I could just get them at high quality, even marginally consistently. Okie doke. One of you. One of you. And the rest for this one. Our stats are not anywhere near where we need to be. But neither is our level, so we're just gonna have to wing it for a little bit. Bonk. I think we'll just have to wing it just for a little while. Be crazy to look and all of a sudden that stuff already had sold. Like it comes across my screen just saying, yep, that's already sold. I'm like, what the hell? So, I know we don't have any 51, but you know, it can't hurt too much. It can hurt. It can't hurt too much. Helps if I go the right way. Yeah, ones like that where it's like you hit way more than you did. I have to take a trip to Foundation and get some upgrades. Visits 91. Yeah, that's where I'm excited for. Just randomly give you back your entire node. Yeah, this is where I was for my collectible and the time node. It was like really, really good for it. For botany. Excuse me, I needed my full bag because I gotta do the 50%. 250. Oops. Oh. Right, turn off quick gather. Not a big deal. I'm willing to bet a lot of the gear is either 51 or 53. I did. I was like, did I pick up a gathering food? Like, it's not a lot. That's the weird triangle. See if I can snag any script gear, because I did turn in a few collectibles. It's not going to be any like large amount. Like, I'm not going to be able to kit myself out, but it might work a bit. Pretty sure the common gear is going to be better than the blue, so. But it could surprise me. Like, just how bad I'm procking on a 64% chance. I have a 36% chance to fail, and it feels like it's happening more than the 60%. And then you have times like that. Gonna go hit up the foundation. Get our item level like 80 or 90 stuff, effectively doubling the item level. Which we probably can't afford, because we broke as hell, but who knows? Some people might have hit on here for the cheap, but I haven't checked. That's not on the cheap. I think I have my answer in those first two items. It's definitely cheaper to just get the vendor. Like, I'm not worried less about the CP or GP, because it's not going to be... It's not going to be super, super good. But let's... We got a helmet. Chest piece. Gloves. Pants. A boost. I think we'll be fine. It's not going to be anything super crazy, but it is going to be definitely better than 60%. Just gonna knock that out because titanium is, you know, something we actually need. Titanium is gonna be a little bit harder to come by when it comes to like having the ability to gather it. Honestly, I think I should finish these two off. Down there. Cloud Mika. I don't have access to. So I was like, why didn't I go craft my titanium? Because it's never just titanium. But because it's more Cloud Mika than that. Be able to pull this off. Okay, this isn't the same. No, it's just the same deposit. That is not much better. Pick up a sleeping Bronx. Why did you pick up the sleeping Bronx? Oh, he was awake on this one. He looks pretty sleepy. He's like, what is my appointment for on Friday? Can we cancel? Oh, it's his yearly stuff. Yeah, no cancel on that, bud. Can't say I didn't try. Look, it's already like, I'm going back to bed. You put my little boy in here with me, and then I'm going back to bed. The baby is asleep in his crib, and the other baby, the kitty cat, is asleep in his chair. Like, the diadem would be really good for leveling right now, but it wouldn't give me, like, stuff I could use for my other crafts. It would give me stuff I could use for, you know, Ishgardian Restoration. Which is an avenue available. Alright, so let's see. Let's test that theory, shall we? We got 10,000 XP. So if we go for Ishgard Restoration and go to the diadem, will we pull off some bullshit and all of a sudden be gaining like 13 to 15,000 XP each? Because then I might consider it. Because then I just fly around each node in a circle. Like before, not the most riveting gameplay to watch, but if it levels me fast, that's what I need it for. Because one day this 100% to all XP buff is going away. And then I'm going to be in the real shit for when it comes to it. So I'd rather level these now while they're very fast versus, you know, not fast. So there. Well, it is level 60. I'm only 52. Okay, well, if you're just gonna do that, that's a very good for my test, I guess. But it doesn't answer the question. Alright, so it is a good chunk and I have a high chance. Oh, he is upset. But he seems to have just gone back to bed. You see now it's 7,000 versus much nicer 12,000, but it was proccing so many high qualities in a row. So it is possible. Like if I really wanted to, I'd just do this, and then I'm real good. If we're really feeling spicy, we see about collecting that level 60. $3,000. Okay, so yeah. Technically, you could do more with this. The doing the level 10. Just have to sell it. Like I said, it's not going to be the most riveting gameplay, but I will do my best to commentate and keep it a little interesting, because yikes. But it is moving us right along, so like you usually did. Beautiful. Baby's fussing. Started playing Tainted Grail again this morning, trying to decide what kind of build I want to run. Good luck with that. Creating a bow run or bleed. Poison dots. Poison dots were always fun. Doing that in Lords of the Fallen was also just really fun. We're not certain on how the streams are going to go on Thursday and Friday, but I hope I didn't do all that muted, but yes, everybody says, like, yeah, I can just all build up from there. As long as it's building up consistently, it's not, oh, let's proc the bleed, and then it works. But you got a 5% chance to proc the bleed, in which it doesn't do any good. Like, I understand because of, like, risk of rain. Like, you could really stack that bleed really high, and then it's just ugly. Like, it's not good. We're already 55.5. You know, you can't really be too upset about it. It's not giving us stuff that's used to help others, but in that same token, the Sky Builder stuff can go really, really good, and for people who are like trying to speed up their crafters really quick. Which, unfortunately for me, I might end up having to use a lot of what I gathered. So we don't. Wait. Magic attack. You start with those damages 1 stack of bleed per hit, and the bow did 9 stacks per arrow. Hey. That's pretty consistent then, if it just can build up, at least incrementally from there. I'm sure there's other pieces of gear that you're not aware of yet that are also just, hey, do this, because why not? I wish it would let me build all 5 and then I could just do 1 at an enemy and it just says, here, have 100 of each. It would be so nice. Let's just build it up to 5 all the time. Bean is asleep. Dodge dots. Yeah. I can understand it because, like, it's really fun. You, like, just watching somebody tick because then you can just, you know, you're getting outnumbered, you dot them all up, and you just run for your life. See, and that's the kicker, really, is like, Sword and Board is not what you play by any stretch. You're either two-handed, caster, archer. Which archer also is kind of rolled into sneak, but you get where I'm going. Mine is Sword and Board if they have a shotgun, or at least a explosion mechanic, and then as much armor as I can have. Just make it so I don't have to worry about dodging. I can just sit there and base tank everything. Six. We flat. Oh, there it is. Detail. The way the skill trees are in there, if your spec shields adds physical damage percentage to your attacks, along with mana back on block spells and other stuff. Sick. I was thinking of a pally type build. Yeah, I'll never say no to a pally type build. That'll always have my immediate bias. Just like in here, I'm trying to do like classes I don't play, but like I stare at paladin and go, a lot of wipes that I've been a part of, even just solo, they would have been reduced if I was a paladin because I have so many answers for everything. But also in that same vein, there is a guy that I watched that was talking about how all of the tanks effectively can do that once their full kit's online, which I guess where the start of the healer strike became was, you know, there's just so much, like, you don't need a healer at certain points. So it's like, I always understood why the healers were like, hey. They're always like, hey, what the hell, man? And it's like, yeah, that's understandable. Got nothing to do. If you wanted to be a DPS, you would have queued for DPS. Heals hots, shields in the spirit. You see, there you go. Just be a spirit knight instead of more of a paladin. You're more about the spirits. Oh, we're on a roll. I suppose I should be doing this. That's right. I slide casted the rocket launcher. We're fine. The baby's sleeping and the cat wants to jump in there with him. It's like, no. He's a little bit older. By that I mean like a year older. Then you can have all the cuddle time because then we don't have to worry about him suffocating. We don't want that. It's a bad time. A short area. Was gonna shoot that with the rocket launcher, but maybe not the best. Just because I want more rock related things. 57. More GP. My gear is dog shit, but that's okay. When we're 60, we'll consider the level 60 item. You gotta remember where I kept getting all the really high-end versions of those, because those are freaking sick. $148, Jesus. It's hard to say. Like, there's instances where it is, but if you're looking for something tangible to sell, I feel at least either just going and gathering something you have a good chance of near your level, or coming here. Crafting, absolutely agree, unless, like, you know, because I know collectibles and levy quests are ridiculously good for XP, especially levy quests. But if you don't have the, like in my case, I wanted to make the titanium. I don't have the level to get the titanium consistently. I have it was a 43%, 42%, something like that. Like, it's not great, but like if you're looking, like I went and got that grenade ash, I leveled up like 4 levels pretty quick. Especially if you just do quick gather and you just bonk, 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 done. I think the big thing with cosmic exploration is there's a tool behind it. And if your goal is to get your cosmic tools, yeah, definitely worth considering. By miles, even. But do you remember offhand where I used to get all the gathering stuff, like the engineer manuals, but I can't remember if I just got them through scripts. Like, I just remember I did something and I always had a bunch of them, and it was a great time. Because I think they were up to level 90 and it was like 2.2 million XP or some shit. Like, it was beautiful. Like, I didn't have to worry that it breaks out after a couple minutes. Down. Yeah. Because I know for me, I always had a bunch of them. I could easily send them over from my main to here, but that's not really what I'm about doing, so. But like, yeah, I started at 45, I want to say 44 or something like that. Oh, I could actually look relatively easy. Yeah, somewhere between 41 and 45. Yeah. Somewhere between 41 and 45. Ice golem. Oh. Like, I'm sure once you get to 60, if you have the 100% chance on the 60 gather, yeah, you're gonna move with even more purpose, but like, if you're looking to sell, like, and make the levy quest stuff, like you're trying to, say, gather the titanium and do the levy quest for your crafter, definitely neither of them are good. Just going and doing it that way. And if you have, like, the 100 allowances, definitely, in my opinion, it feels a lot more, a lot faster. Definitely more consistent. Like, say you get enough to make 20 of the, well, that's a horrible example, but 20 of the titanium ingots. And you go through and you turn in all 20 high quality with that XP buff on your miner, on your blacksmith. Like, you'll be well out of that area long before you actually needed to do it. But if you can turn around and make the one that's like 750k XP just to be done, yeah, if you can just make that pair of boots, you make like 2 of them and you're out of there. Like, you're just gone. Like, It's got an hour remaining, but like the XP on any of these, like if you do this timer and those and your custom deliveries, yeah, there's no way you don't within the week have maxed out crafters and gatherers. It's just sitting there and doing it for a couple of hours can be like really, really big burnout. But if you're leveling classes and you want something different to do, then yeah, switching it up once in a while for the, you know, the monotony feel of it, yeah, you're good. And then all of a sudden you've got level 100 crafters, new expansion comes out, you could actually get a big jump on the gear and on the crafting and everything. Because like I know for a fact there's people who will go through and just, oh, new expansion launches, everyone's out here rushing through the quests, I'm just doing the gathering, and then just turns around and just sells the ore and the woods and everything for largely marked up prices. But I think that's my big fear, is the XP buff goes away. It's fine if it goes away for the battle classes, but the crafting ones are it's so nice to have. Like, I can be like, all right, fine, I'll level my paladin from 78 to 90. It's not that bad. You know, you do it on something with quick queues, you just spam your queues, have some friends, joke around, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, then absolutely you're good, but there's moments where it's like, maybe not. If they're like, hey, go up your crafters from 1 to 100 without 100 allowances, then yeah, it could be problematic. Very, very problematic as well. I think at one point during the week while I'm not at work, because I decided to take a week to decompress from my old job and get rid of those annoying thoughts of that place and being done. I'll probably end up, like, if the baby's cooperating, sleeping, and Jess is okay, then yeah, if we don't have anything going on, I'll probably try to stream like the entire day because I love streaming. It's a lot of fun for me. I still gotta get used to video editing, but of what I've done, I've enjoyed it considerably. Like we said, I have to decompress from there. I'm a little tightly wound from my 5 years of that. And while I know I could easily just go start and be fine, I'd rather not go in carrying an attitude. It's better to just start fresh under, you know, under the guise of everything. Or just go that way already. I have an auger. Bonk. You said yours sold, correct? Like, you sold your approved stuff. It wasn't like super expensive, but it wasn't bad either, so it was easy money for as far as that's concerned. Like the crafters, I'll do the cosmic exploration, or just do regular collectibles, because collectibles like these, they don't require hardly any stats, and you get the stuff that lets you get better actual crafting gear and recipes and high cordials, and if I'm remembering correctly, the engineering manuals of like level 90. So it was that, and it was the what, Crystarium class quests also were really, really good. The expert deliveries were really good. all that's at 100% modifier. Cosmic exploration may be the easiest, but it may not be the fastest. Like, there's a lot to consider. To me, I like to just chalk it to personal preference. Like, do I enjoy just being given the items and having to craft it? Yes. Do I want to sit there with a macro and just click it, or just do it individually when it could be making gear and selling it for money? Yeah, I'd rather do the selling the stuff. As you see, I'm down to 15k when I was not before, but that's because gear is gear and I don't have the gathering, there we go, fast enough and high enough to gather enough to make a full set in under like 20 minutes. So in that instance, gear is better to just buy, but like the high quality, way better. Like these goggles are 67 perception. They're 76 when you're high quality. It doesn't sound like a lot, but the difference between having 10 GP when you're, you know, spamming out these abilities, yeah, it makes a big difference. Like, the big one for that is... Where did they go? There we go. 101 for a level 63. 89. Like, as the item level goes up, like, it's going to be a lot better. So if you can make the green crafted gear pentamelded with the stuff, yeesh. Like, especially there are gear on there that is pentamelded for like just extra crit, and I'm absolutely willing to hedge a bet on it that piece of gear with pentamelded crit for a tank or whatever, for a catch-up gear piece to get them like ready for raiding, yeah, that's probably a friggin' couple million. And while some people may say, oh, a couple million is really not that good, huh? The average player is gonna be crying if they just get 1 million gold for something. The high-end people already have their ways, but the average casual, average Joe, they might not know that it's an avenue even available to them. So that's what I hope to help with. Chilling. Yeah, our outside outlet keeps getting tripped for the chickens and ducks. So I was like, uh-oh. So hopefully the one I put in there now is good and it's not being tripped anymore. If it is, I'll have to unplug them all, reset the thing, and then yeah, it very well could be drawing too much. But it wasn't an issue last year or the year before. The only reason it was the heaters that burned out before, because they were you know, but it very well could be that they you know, maybe because they're not 5-gallon ones, and we were using 5-gallon ones last year, and one of them's 10, but there was none available today when we went to the mart. because at Paris Farmers they're like $70. But at the Mart they're 12 to 19, and there was none available today. It's like, grab the 61 gear, unless our botany is our botany in 64 gear, or is our botany in horrible gear? Okay, my botany is at 61. So when this gets to 61, he'll have all of the gear. I won't actually have to go buy any other than better weapons, because these are not good. You need to look at what draws for turns. See, both running might be more than a switch or break command. Yeah, that's what worries me, is the fact that we upgraded them, therefore it drew more. Because before we had them, and I didn't even have to check it once. I just had to make sure that the thing was constantly, you know, good. If it were possible, I 100% would have just grabbed the, like the, why am I drawing a blank on what they're called? Zip ties, there we go. I would have taken the zip ties and zip tied it to the edge so that way it can stop being plucked around, but I don't know. It's also just been really cold. The other thing that said that trips is if water gets in. So there's a distinct possibility that could have happened. Like the rainy snow hit it the right way, or that cover that's over the outlets and everything dripped, or the ducks splashed water somehow. Exactly. If it's too cold, they might be working overtime to keep the water warm. But like, it was just kind of interesting. So I put that one in today, and we're gonna see how it goes. The bean has something to say, I guess, because he's like, man. Pushing some stuff into the can, and if y'all catch my drift. Giving me one last hurrah before I go to work. Here you go, Dad. Awesome. All right, now it's just the primary tool and secondary tool, but like, that would make it so I can do. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go. We're gonna pop out of here real fast. Go over here and do all auto submits that we're gonna need to do. So others. We're going to test a theory today. it was the minion that sold. Let's see. Follow the advice of the macro makers. Let's see if this even works. It's working as well as I'd have to do it the other way. All right, I'm gonna mute again. Fussy baby gonna have to get his diaper changed. All right, let's see if this works. Gia does not want to be touched by the little boy. She's laying on the bed and changing him. And she's like, "Do you want to pet Gia?" And Gia's like, "All right." Yeah, she's just. All right, well, this macro goes. I gotta go change the little boy's bed sheets. If you ever were curious, just remember, when a baby gets a bottle, he forgot about the last 40 seconds. He's just like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. What do we have here? What was that thing I was complaining about? I don't know. Could be doing the macro while I waited, but it's okay. Need to change his sheets and get him his new ball. Oh, okay, so I assume that's her the direct number, I was like, why did you text me this random number? Forgot I even asked about it. I haven't been checking if these have been succeeding, which is a problem. Yeah, I was like, what number? What did I ask for a number? Oh yeah, the direct number for that lady, so I can get those papers. That's the list on the phone. Hey, because I'd rather not go in early, even though I only have to go in like 10 minutes early. But if I get stopped by you know who, then he'll want to talk, you know. Bleh. Bleh. That's what I say to that. Bleh. All right. My dad asked how the baby's doing, and I said, living his best life. He gets to eat, sleep, shit. Or eat, shit, sleep, and then do it all over again. All right, so we have 3, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of these to turn in. $62. So we gained 4 levels crafting 8 of them. I'm pretty sure they were all high quality. That's true, I could just go through the main lobby and just skip it altogether. Well, at that point, now I got to craft another one because I want to hit 63, because that's where the next set is 63 to 71. Too much to hope the armor smithing one requires the same stuff, huh? Craft like 20 of them and be done. Holy crap, why do my arms get cold all the time? Goosebumps up my entire arm. So I think it's like 90,000? No, it's 359,000 for one, and then doubled because of the stuff. So 719K. Again, too much to hope, huh? Oh my god, it's actually the same stuff. Sick. I mean, there's so many ways you can say that this is better, but I don't know if this macro is actually going to do all of this. Just call it ish. Like, I don't know if it's going to be the exact numbers, but if all of these are the same, then this macro theoretically will work for all of them. But I think, yeah, it might not, because my primary tools are horrible. I have to do the lower one. I don't think I have any of the stuff. It's just iron, though. Yeah, didn't think so. Yeah. Checks out. There's only one way that could realistically have gone. This one, iron. I'm 99.999% certain I have frickin' iron sitting in here. I would sincerely hope I do, at least. Because my word. There. Split into 20. Oops, no, give me that. I just have to make a couple of these. These are really easy. I'm gonna do it the 1-2 rotational way though, just because. Creator strides into the Buyer God's Blessing. This should max it out. And then bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, so Veneration and then bonk. Shit! Oh, good thing it worked. A little bit out of doing one of these turns. Yeah, because this one's the one I'm supposed to be doing, so it's not nearly as good. I know a lot of it, I think, is 53. A lot of it's 53, so I was like, you know what, every little bit would help. We need probably, what, 7 of these, maybe? Come on. Two more. Always go the greater strides into the by God's blessing. 100% increase on that. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, collector praise. Ah, one. By God's blessing, it's definitely more than enough. No. Back out here, get the 53 stuff. Level 80. That's the frickin' Sky Steel Factory relic weapons that have you want. Like, get 1,000 of this. It's like, and it's all hidden and crap. It's like, there's a lot of money. That's not what I need. I need the summoning bell. Not to go anywhere yet. Don't need it for all this stuff because you'll end up needing it for the Sky Builder. Fastest way to do it. I don't really need any of this stuff. I know exactly how I'm going to get all my materia. Just make this shit disappear so I can get the weapons. Nope. There we go. I'm back unmuted. I have a working theory. We said it was going to be a good theory, but it's a theory. That's the kind of crap I'll end up eating if I want to make my own. Check our beautiful source. $18, $338. Never eat our food buff. Ah. Click, click. This one, this one. Oop, oop, oop. This should get me there most often. And after this one, I'll have to wrap up here and get ready for work. Call the people I gotta call. I'll have to do for now, and I will hopefully see you all in the next stream, which I have one phone call to make tomorrow and another 1 o'clock, so I should be able to stream, I think. But either way, I will definitely be on during the weekend. And if the cat's appointment goes like super quick, it'll be Friday. So I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. And yeah, see you then.